What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm Lose Takes. Thank you so much for showing so much love to the previous video about the running back prospects for Dallas Cowboys, and welcome to all the new subscribers. We're up to 70 subscribers. We're on the road to 100 subscribers. So thank you again for subscribing and taking the time to show love. In this video, it's gonna be a good one. We're going to be doing the top O lineman prospects for the Dallas Cowboys. That's center, guard, and tackle. Okay. First, let's go over the depth chart. I mean, we had some key departures of this offseason. Tyler Biotic, went to the enemy over there, the Commanders. We had Tyron Smith. I hate the way he left. We didn't, honor and give him more money. We still have him on our books for $6 million, but he went to the New York Jets. I understand why you let him leave because of the injury concerns, and it really was time. Thank you so much, Tyron Smith, for all what you did. That's a Cowboy for life. So now, what we got now is we got Zach Martin, Terrence Steele holding down the right side. The center, right now we have Brock Hoffman in there. Got a couple of snaps. In my opinion, I don't like him at the starting center spot. Right now they have T.J. Bass at the left guard, but honestly, I think they're gonna have Tyler Smith at the left guard spot. You ask me, I think you need to keep Tyler Smith at the left tackle spot. He had a hell of a rookie year. Great pick for the Cowboys a couple of years ago. But as you know, he had an All-Pro season at guard this past season. But he's a tackle. We drafted him to be a tackle. We're kicking him at guard. The Cowboys, why they're doing that because which position pays more. But I digress. And you see the situation we're dealing with. So this is why I believe we're gonna use our first round resources to get a O line. The O line is higher on the priority list. So one thing you must know that this year's draft is rich in O linemen, whether it be interior and especially at tackle. Okay, let's go over the Cowboys' history. As you know, we are great when it comes to drafted O linemen. If you haven't noticed, with the great days. Zach Martin, Tyron Smith. Let's not forget the Hall of Fame center. He may not be a Hall of Famer, but he's a Hall of Famer in our Cowboys' hearts. Travis Frederick, and I just mentioned the youngin who just got a All Pro and Tyler Smith. And let's not forget, we didn't draft this dude, but Terrence Steele was an undrafted free agent, a gem that we found at right tackle. Okay, he's coming off an injury, but he had himself a solid season, and he was very good before he got injured. Okay, let's also remember when the Cowboys draft, they draft for versatility. What does that mean? They value picks of linemen who can play multiple positions because the Cowboys love to plug and play. They love to be aware for when any situation comes about. If we have, let's say, Tyler Smith goes down, can we kick T.J. Bass to tackle? I mean, we can't do that because T.J. Bass is mainly an inside guy, but you get the picture. The versatility of Tyler Smith and how he can play tackle and guard. Or being able to play left and right tackle. That's very good versatility. But that's what the Cowboys look for. This is so we can fill two holes theoretically with one player, but as you know, yes, we do have a hole at center and at tackle. They may go heavy with the tackle. Center, I think we shouldn't overestimate because who we got? There's some great centers in this draft. We can probably get a good one late if we don't pick a tackle early. But yeah, if you don't know what to look for in an offensive tackle, offensive guard, and a center, I'm gonna go through some of the things we look for. First, offensive tackle. We look if the physical measurables, how long they are, arm length, height. Usually tackles are 6'5" and above, 6'4" and above, long arms to be able to handle and withstand all types of DNs. As you know, DNs are fast nowadays. They have long arms so they can bend, and obviously the counter to that is having long arm. We want to see athleticism. You know how they work in space. That is very enticing to to our eye. Mobility, footwork. When first step, the first kick. That's all important because, as you know, in the trenches, it's all about the first step. One step can cause you to lose that rep, or you can be if you're a step behind, and especially in NFL, that can be gruesome. Also, the most important trait for offensive tackle is patience. As you know, if you're watching the game, it's not right now. Like it's you have to be patient when shooting your hands. If you shoot your hands early, I mean the defender can easily knock it down, swim, a various amount of rules moves. So you need to keep your cards close to your chest when playing offensive tackle. And the great ones are very patient, and when they do attack, they're deadly. But also with that, powerful hands or the initial punch, you will underestimate how much initial punch can save you in a rep. Getting that initial clock into the DN, and then finish. Finish is also very important. How well do you play through the whistle, okay, or play through the block? It's don't I don't want to hear about like how on average what how much time it takes for a quarterback to process 2.8 seconds. No, the series can vary from 2.8 to 16 seconds. You don't know. I'm just guessing. Let's go to the offensive guard. Offensive guard, as you know, it's not like the tackle. It's a little bit right now. Like it's all the battles are up close. So we need that nastiness and that grit to be able to work in this confined space. Explosion, quick twitch, strength, hand and hat placement, especially when pass blocking. Can you reset your hands because hands are very important into winning a rep. Hat placement. I'm looking at that on run blocking because if you can get your hat front side, that can be the difference between you winning that rep and open up a natural gap for the running back. And leverage. You're dealing with the biggest guys on the field, being in down low in the trenches, and then the most important thing I think you need to be I need to see a unclaustrophobic trait within yourself. What do I mean by that? Can you be able to work in small spaces? Can you still go through your steps? Are you still good with your first initial step? Are you still powerful? Can you still stay compact when everything is collapsing around you? And if you can do that, you're gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Center. I need the cerebral mindset. What do I mean by that? X's and O's. Can you before you go down, can you identify and communicate to the O line the front, which is important, so we can set up our double teams, so we can get up to the next level, so we can set our protections. Can you do that? Because you are an extension of the QB. I'm gonna say that again. You are an extension of the QB. Are you mobile? A lot of the NFL run schemes involve the center pulling out. As you know, Jason Kelsey is very good at that, working out in space. A lot of the good centers are mobile, moving up into the next level. Also, you're also inside with the guards. So I need some nastiness and grit as well. Leverage. It's hard being able to. You're multitasking, so I need you to be able to snap the ball on a consistent basis. But I don't need you to be raising your shoulders up. I need you to be. Can you maintain your leverage and power? Because you're dealing with a one tech sometimes, and that guy is 325 and up. Powerful guy, powerful human being. Are you a great processor? Can you think on the move, right? As you know, can you pass off double teams? Can you pass off delayed blitzes? I need you to be able to not only to identify pre-snap, but post-snap, I need you to be able to process information. And honestly, you need to be a student of the game. I think center is one of those positions where they're always in the in the video room trying to get ahead, trying to because the little things does the nose tackle like the swipe at the ball when if you're a student of the game and you know all these tendencies, I think that will be great to you when you're playing center. So going to the prospects, I saw your last video with the running backs. Y'all was naming the running backs at the top of the list, the top running backs, top five. I didn't mention those because I'm just taking into account where the Cowboys are picking and if they're going to be gone by then. You know what I'm saying? So I saw you, so I'm gonna mention. Hey, if we don't know what's going to happen on draft day, so if these names fall, bump whatever I'm finna say. We're gonna take these guys because everything I just mentioned about they fill all those check marks. J- Joe Alt, Fashanu, Fuaga, and Fatuanu. If any of those guys, which they're projecting already that they're gonna be going before the 24th pick, if any of those guys fall, I need the Cowboys to immediately pull the trigger, bump that because they'll most likely be BPA, the best player available. First guy up, Graham Barton, old tackle out of Duke. He has very long arms, standing about 6'5". One thing I did notice right off bat. Oh man, the man he got great hands, very violent with his hands, which I love to see. Whether it be in pass pro, he's replacing engagement after he absorbs a bull rush because you're gonna do that in the NFL. He's replacing his hands so he can immediately finish the rep. Okay, versatility. Remember, I said that this is what the Cowboys love. He has reps at both guard and at tackle. So all those traits I said about guard, he's translating them to tackle. So he's bringing that grit. He's bringing that just natural strength, and he's bringing that leverage to tackle. He is a very patient. He's not showing hands early. He's very good at keeping his cards close to him, and he's shooting his hands at the DN at the very last minute, which proves to his advantage every time. And he has great footwork, precise with his steps, whether it be in the run and in pass pro. That I'm looking at that first down. I'm looking at that first kick, and he every time, like it's perfect. He also is very shifty. He has the ability to recover. I've seen times where he's finna lose the rep, and he can maintain and come back inside very fast. I mean, it comes into his next skill. The mirror drill, I see it in the film. He can mirror the defensive end no matter the speed, no matter if the DN is trying to give him something hard up the field and he goes back inside, he's not opening it up. I love that. Um, Play against a lot of NFL caliber DNs. A couple of DNs from the Florida State film I'm seeing. Yeah, it's just he also has great awareness and IQ. I'm seeing at the college level recognize when they give him two-man responsibility on pass protection, he's taking the most dangerous. Like he's processing information at a great rate. And honestly, of the all the linemen I'm finna mention, I think he's the one of the ones who's just most pro ready. He seems like he doesn't run from the moment. He seems like he takes it head on, and he stays close to his fundamentals. So that's Graham Barton. Next prospect, Jackson Powers Johnson. Great, great name. Center out of Oregon. When I watch his film, first thing that pops up, as you know, he's from Oregon. They had their really spread out offenses where they pulled him a lot, and they love to work in space, and that's what pops out to me. He's uber athletic, great in space. You can see in on the film I'm showing. When he's getting out and he's running, I think he loves it. He's going to go crush the little DBs, the little safeties, the little linebackers in his way. He's nasty in the trenches. Great awareness. I'm looking at it. I can tell that he's communicating what the front is to his team because they're not missing their assignment. Every step is concise. Great initial punch. One thing I noticed a lot about their scheme because they did this a lot is he can distort the nose tech whenever it's a zone run. He gives a great shoulder into the nose tech, and he's damn near knocking him off his 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 initial path. Like he's distorting him and getting up to the next level. I love that I just look the whole film. I'm just seeing he's just throwing people, and I love seeing it from old lineman, man. And he's just never off balance, even at his size. He has great size, and I know they're gonna work to at the NFL level get that confined. But even when the nose tackle goes away and he's going in for the knockoff, he's not off balance tripping over. Nope, he's still going up straight to the linebacker, and yeah, he just doesn't flinch from the moment. I would love this pick. Only thing about him, he's not versatile. So this will be solely a center pick, which I wouldn't be mad at, and this wouldn't be a bad thing for the Cowboys because we will find our center of the future. All the great teams have found their center of the future, whether it be the Ravens with or the Chiefs with Creed Humphrey, or Linderbaum with the Ravens. Like that, you can anchor down your offense, and you can count on him to be the extension of our quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Next prospect, Jordan Morgan, out of O tackle out of Arizona. Shout out to Arizona. Very good, gritty football team this year. They really showed up a lot of people, and they got a lot of wins this year. It was very impressive, and that pedigree has translated to almost every single player coming out, and that's just Jordan Morgan. Left tackle, big guy, long arms, 6'5", great pass pro. That's what I initially. He has a great pass pro. He's uber athletic in space. He's it's something there. All the thing is, he's more of a project guy when you get him. He's not. I don't believe he has the ability to move inside. I don't. So the versatility is a question mark for me. But he has all of the translatable skills that can, that you can just count on, and or you can try at the left guard spot. But left tackle, I think he has. He also has great raw strength. Just same thing with Tyler Smith when he was coming out. That was his main thing. He had great raw strength, great punch, and look at him now. I mean, those things translate. If you want it again, if you want another project guy again that you can believe in, I think this is your guy. He has bear claw strength. He has those claws like Tyron Smith. When he get his hands on you, you are not moving. Or he's more of a project guy. This is somebody, if he's there probably in the second and third round, if you really believe in him, take him in the first round like Tyler Smith, because this is a late round pick. But he just keep in mind he's more of a project. He has, and everything he's doing, I believe, can, with the right coaching, with the right environment in Dallas, because we produce good O linemen. He can be one of the next greats. This final prospect I'm going to go over, I got to throw another wild card in there just in case if the Cowboys want to go late round. Zak Zinter out of Michigan. If you watch the college football playoffs, if you was watching Michigan, man, he jumped off. I know you was watching Blake Corum, but he jumped off the screen to me because I'm a former O lineman. He did. The reason I think he'll be higher in the draft. Only thing is he has injury concerns because he did have that big injury in the semifinal game, the leg injury. So that's a concern. He's a sleeper pick. I think that would, you know, it would go under the radar. So this is something I think somebody the Cowboys can keep an eye on and not give away. Would be a great pick. The only thing is he's a right guard. This is your Zach Martin of the future. Zach Martin is aging. We cannot afford to get behind and be in a situation we are now with Tyron Smith, where we do, but we don't have the left guard or the slash tackle to fill the void. So when he leaves, it's just seamless. We need to start doing that with Zach Martin because, like I said, he's getting there up there in age. This guy, Zak Zinter, is nasty. Great first step. Hand placement, hat placement. He's one of the best run blockers in this draft. He's not the highest rated interior O lineman, but his run blocking is what popped out to me in Michigan, especially watching those games. He's just so fundamentally sound. Championship pedigree. He's coming from Michigan, who won the national championship. And when you watch him and how he takes his first step, how he just explodes into the defensive lineman, he just seemed like he was born from and for the trenches. Like he just seemed like he was born in a tight area, and he will still put in 1,000% in his work. Okay, I think he will be a late round steal. Like I said, he does have the injury concerns, but I feel like this is something. If you want, this is a drawn out plan project type of guy, and I feel like he will be a great addition to the Cowboys. He embodies it. It will be a seamless transition. But all in all, yeah, these prospects are this pool in general for it's gonna. I'm excited as a former O lineman how deep the O lineman class is this year, is just full of guys, and we can afford not to pick one, especially with the holes we have. I know with news coming up of how Jonathan Hankins left, and now we have a gaping hole at D tackle. And what are we gonna do with that? Um, I know it may, change. It's changing my initial thought. I thought for sure a week ago that the Cowboys will really go O lineman no matter what in the first round. But I'm not saying they're gonna get a D tackle because we already have Mozzie and D tackles in general. Unless they're like top five, top 10, they're project guys, and it takes time for them to develop. And but there are mocks where Byron Murphy out of Texas will fall, and if he does fall, I think that's one of the guys that will. And Fashanu and Alt are not there. I think that's a guy that will kind of trump this entire list, but um, because of how gaping of the hole we have at D tackle. But yeah, we really don't know what the Cowboys will do. They're keeping their cards close. I think they learned in the past because some in previous drafts when they gave away what they're trying to do, and some teams will bunny hop them and take their pick. So I think they learn. We also don't know what's going to happen at the top. There's so many prospects in this draft, and I think um, we're kind of in the perfect spot, Cowboys. I wish we was like a little higher in the upper 20s, but so much movement is going to happen at the top. I'm predicting that some players will fall through the grass of other teams because they just they're just so hell bent on getting this exciting player, and they may pass up on this exciting guy, this crucial guy that would be crucial for win now. Like a lot of these players are like they can plug and play immediately, and a lot of as you know, a lot of teams up top want quarterbacks, receivers, um, edge guys, and yeah, but we're gonna do our best. We know that they're listening to us, and we're gonna continue to give our prospects that we think they're gonna fit this team. Thank you again for showing love. I will be doing a linebacker video because that's a big hole of ours next. Great guys. We may spend a second round pick on that or wide receiver. Wide receiver is also a need. We just got Michael Gallup, so we need somebody to come in and be the number 2 or 3, but preferably a number 2. But those videos are coming soon. Keep showing love, and I'm gonna keep drawing out content. Until next time, peace.